Hey guys, welcome back to Rackoflam. I've been MIA recently because I went on a trip with my family to Houston, Texas. This is the first time my entire family's flown together to a destination outside of the New England colony, so I was super excited, even though Texas was undergoing a heat wave. I was most nervous about how my baby would behave on her first flight, but she was pretty darn good. I'm not going to tell you about the issues we dealt with at our Airbnb. What I would say is we are so glad there was a pool where we spent a lot of our time when we weren't out touring and eating. Everything is bigger in Texas, they say. These are supposedly chicken tenders, the size of a chicken thigh from Popeyes. We ordered barbecue food from Hickory Hollow on our first night because check-in at the Airbnb was late and we were all exhausted. The restaurant was supposedly featured on the Food Network, but besides the ribs and baked potato, we weren't a huge fan of their dry food. The next day, we drove about 40 minutes to Bellaire, where all the Asian food are. We stopped by the popular Kim San, an all-you-can-eat buffet that serves delicious Vietnamese and Chinese food. The buffet was so good, we visited twice for lunch. There was no wait on a late Thursday, but the Monday before July 4th, the line was ridiculous. It was worthwhile though, I tell ya. They served some of the best Vietnamese food I've had in my entire lifetime.
Just gonna follow you.
Oh, follow me.
Can I get this?
Thank you.
They also served some yummy Chinese food. They even had banh mi, banh mi, however you call it, in miniature sizes, but they were jam-packed with pate and so tasty. If you're worried about overstuffing yourself here, don't you worry. Everything comes in small plates, so you can sample everything they have to offer at Kim San. There's also service behind each station to prevent customers from serving themselves too much and potentially wasting perfectly good food.
Hi, can I get that? Yeah, the spring roll, chicken. Okay, thank you.
The Saigon street food station was one of my favorites. They marinated all the meats until flavor absorption was maximized, then charred them to add smokiness to each bite. These were topped over bún or Vietnamese vermicelli.
Yeah. 啲米粉好味啊，係嘛？啲米粉好味啊。
呢啲好開胃啊，好酸嗰啲汁咧。
哦。
The noodle station was also a big hit. Surprisingly, they didn't serve pho, but they did have bún bò Huế and bún riêu.
Oh, there's rice porridge. Vietnamese rice porridge. I know, they put bean sprouts and everything.
And those red bean, mung bean, agar, coconut, and I forgot. Good.
Is it good?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Sticky rice 係甜㗎。
Sure.
My sisters and I loved this herbal drink with basil seeds and grass jelly. It's very learn. After stuffing my face, I approached my weakness, desserts.
And this one, sorry. It's good.
This Vietnamese taro pudding was so delicious, just a tad sweet with the coconut milk on top. I'm a taro fanatic, so I couldn't resist trying their taro tapioca as well. After lunch, which was only $19 a head by the way, we toured Bellaire in the crazy heat. At one point, it felt like 116 degrees. We then paid our respects at a nearby temple. The next day, we visited the NASA Space Center, which was a must visit on my brother-in-law's checklist.
我諗係，但係咩嚟嘅先？哦，呢一個係獎嚟㗎。
So I don't want to talk too long. Don't interrupt.
Have to get this shirt.
My other brother-in-law got really excited when we drove by an In-N-Out burger, so we had some for lunch. The following morning, we went to Ocean Palace for some dim sum.
Yeah, so it doesn't fall. No, I don't want it to fall on the floor.
係啊，入邊係有流沙㗎。
My family makes fun of me for being a bao face, but I don't know. I just love a good Chinese bun, so I couldn't resist ordering this bo lo lao sa bao. After stuffing our faces some more, we strolled around Hong Kong Mall, which ironically was full of Vietnamese stores. And as if we haven't eaten enough, we all stopped by for some Vietnamese iced coffee. Watch as my sister does a close-up of my Vietnamese brother-in-law while he orders them in his dialect. And since we're on this topic, I just want to note that my other half is from northern Vietnam, but my brother-in-law is from southern Vietnam.
Looks authentic.
After the mall, we stopped by the Waterwall Park, which was one of our favorite attractions. The mist from the waterfall kept us cool and was a great photo opportunity. We then went to the Galleria Mall, which was situated right by the Waterwall Park.
Beautiful. Yeah, I've seen better on a truck.
I've seen better in New York.
Yeah, give you a nice close view.
Hey, take a picture of Johnny. Open the window, Johnny. Yeah, Janet Jackson.
No, that's Selena, no?
For dinner, these fatzos went to the highly rated Pho 54 in Bellaire for some pho bowl or beef pho. Yo, these large bowls were $12 versus what, $16 to $18 bowls in New York? And they are so generous with all the ingredients, especially the beef. New York, what is up with that, man? Give us some more beef. Our friend from Katy, Texas recommended Andretti indoor karting and games, so we made that our first stop the next day.
Put some attitude into it.
Remember this guy? Yep, that's my cute papa in his navy outfit. After some fun and games, we went to break time for a Vietnamese sandwich and coffee break. Seriously, if you want some good authentic Vietnamese food, just visit Houston, Texas. And here's my sister, the food model for the day. Did you think we were going to end the trip without picking up some souvenirs? Nah. And thanks to Jackie, a mom I found on Facebook who responded to my text within a matter of minutes, we were directed to Buckys, where we picked up tons of goodies. Bucky's is an American chain where you can find gas, EV charging stations, food, snacks, souvenirs, and the list goes on. It was founded in Texas, but expanded to locations across the U.S., like Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and South Carolina.
This one's cute.
Knowing that this was our last day in Texas made me sad. Quite honestly, it was a pretty exhausting trip under the Texas heat. Our Airbnb was away from central Houston, so we had to do a lot of driving in a 15-passenger van to get places. It finally rained the evening of our last night there for about an hour or so, which caused temperatures to drop fortunately. We utilized the pool for the last time, cooked a bunch of leftover groceries we had in the fridge, packed, and called it a night. The next day, we arrived at the airport early and landed in New York at about 11 p.m. While it was tiring and hot in Houston, I had a blast with my family, sharing laughter, bonding over good food, and just enjoying each other's presence. I'm gonna miss the authenticity of Viet food in Houston, but what I'll miss the most is having my family together in a different scenery. I'm glad to have shared a piece of this memory with you and hope that you enjoyed watching this video, despite the horrible landing by our pilot. Hope you'll also have some quality family time this summer. For more videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.